Good evening. Okay, let's do a sound test first and a visual test. Okay, if you can hear the sound and see the visual, please give me a blast of light so that I know. Yes, and then also say hello to Mr. Lu. Okay, thank you. Yep. Okay. Yep. So today I want to talk about a topic that, to be frank, I know most people don't quite bother, right? So I put some thoughts. Yes, Laplan, good to see you. Okay, everybody, please give like so that I know you guys are there. Yes, thank you. Oh, yes, good to see everybody. All right, cool. Okay, everybody, please give a blast of light. I really yes, thank you. Sean, Ahmad, and Mayin, good to see you too. Okay, Senkodan, good to see you. Michael, good to see you. Yes, good to see you. Everybody, please give like today's topic is about parenting. Okay, I to be frank with you, I know if I give a talk on parenting, the number of audience will be half or one third whatsoever because everybody, want to talk about money, everybody want to talk about success, everybody want to talk about wealth, property, everybody want to talk about stocks, talk about everything. Nobody wants to talk about parenting and all this. But I thought that one of the most important thing in success in life is you see successful kids. Yeah. So actually, I thank you. Okay. So everybody wants to be successful, and nobody wants to focus. Not say nobody lah. Few people want to focus on the most important thing that make you successful. I don't know about you guys, but I think probably, if I see my kids successful, nothing else matters as much. So I think that's very important. And this is also in response to some questions I got raised by this question many times. So I thought maybe it's time to talk about it. It says, for example, one of a question was, looking at your three wonderful kids, could you talk about how you bring up driven kids? Okay. So I thought, okay, this is a very important topic to share. So I first need to say that to bring up successful children whatsoever, I cannot claim that my kids are successful. Okay, I tried my best to bring them up in the best way. So I don't think I have the best kid on earth. I don't think even have their model kids, but I think my kids are good in their own way. I certainly don't profess to be the best parent around. Okay, so to my usual critics, I just want to put that I do try very hard to be a good father, and I'm sure my wife also try very hard to be a good mom. Okay, but I think this is one session I hope to share some parenting secret and some parenting tips with you. Okay, I'll try to make this a short video. You watch it, it might change your life, it might not, but I think it's a great thing. Clarence, good to see you. Okay, so before we start, everybody give a like, please. Okay, yeah. So so let me ask a question first. Okay, how many of you, okay, how many of you want to be, want your kids to be very successful? Okay, say me. Very important, right? Right. I'll ask two questions along this line. Yeah. Okay, how many of you wants your kid to be very successful? Okay, right. So that's a very important question. Okay, so strangely, I only see. Okay, thank you, Stingray. Good to see you. Yep. Okay, how many of you wants to see your kids being very successful? Right. Okay. Surprisingly, if I ask the question, how many of you want a millionaires? I'll have a lot more. Okay. Yeah, not that many. You notice that four or five people only, right? So okay. So the second question I have is, who thinks that who thinks that helping your kids to be successful is the most important goal in your life? Okay. Who thinks that helping your kids to be successful is the most important thing in your life? Okay. That's a okay. So that question is a different layer already. Okay. Most of us have many goals in life, right? So I would say this. Okay. I would say this that um Okay, so I will just say this, okay? I cannot say for you, okay? For me, I dare say, for me, I dare say, and this is very controversial, very controversial for me. And this different value system. For my kids to be successful, doing well in life, it is the most important goal in my life. Very, very. So that is has the highest above all the other thing, wealth, health, every other thing, career, business, whatsoever, that thing rank the highest. Okay, ranks the highest. So when I make that to be the highest, okay, then everything become clear what I should do, right? And you're right, Kelvin, raising a kids is the hardest, one of the hardest job in the world. I don't doubt that, okay, one doubt that. But where I want to put controversially is that I have made raising successful kids the highest priority in my life. Okay, highest, without any doubt. So if that's the case, then let me give you, you may not be, you not agree with me. Then if and that's something I want to share with you some tips along this principle. But that principle must come first, must come first. Okay. So I believe that if we want to raise successful kids, that must rank the highest, if not one of the highest in your life goal. Okay. Yes. That's very controversial. But if you don't set that high, okay, then everything else can dilute that goal and you may not see that being successful. I need to say this, okay? Parents, you may not realize this, okay? But you are going to be the most influential role model for your children. Who agree with me with that? Okay, please give a like. Whether you like it or not, you are going to be the most you are going to be the most influential role model for your children. Okay. You say, oh, but I smoke, I got this, I got that, I got other thing. I don't want my kids to learn that part, but they can learn other part from me. Rubbish. Okay. What you role model yourself to be will be what your kids pick up. They'll pick up the good and the bad. Okay. Imagine a parent go womanizing and then say that no, the son don't be like me. I can assure you, 80-90% of time the children will end up like you, right? So if a parent goes smoking, there's a good chance the children will pick up smoking as well, right? So I've seen that again. A lot of parents gamble like crazy. Children, don't pick up from me. Yeah, the children pick up, right? So I think the famous story was Oscar Schindler. Oscar Schindler was Oscar Schindler was the person behind the show Schindler's List. Oscar Schindler father was a terrible womanizer, and left the mother and the son shattered. So Oscar Schindler saw that when he was grow up, he's not going to be a father. You know what? When he grew up, he becomes such a unbelievable womanizer that his wife Emily Schindler said that I don't even know how to be jealous. There's just too many of them, right? No feeling, right? But that's how serious it is, right? So let me say this, okay? Whether you are going to be the most influential role model for your children, whether you believe or not, okay? So once you get it straight in your mind, then you have to conduct yourself very differently, okay? You conduct yourself differently. This is going to be another controversial one, and probably all of you're going to debate like crazy. I've seen this again and again. I cannot prove why, but I've seen this again and again. Father matters the most. Okay, father matters the most. I've seen family where the father was messed up, but the mother was good. The family was quite messed up as well. But I've seen family where the mother is messed up, but the father was good. The family still could hold on. Okay, I've seen this empirically again. It kind of happened in my life as well. My mother was very, very sick her whole life until the day she died. But my father was a fantastic father, fantastic, unbelievably strong, good father. And and the kids grew up, fantastic, right? Fantastic, right? Great parents. Right now, me, my brother, and my sister are great parents to our children. Okay, so father, okay, father matters the most. And for those who are father, they're listening to me, let me say this, okay? Lead the family in the right way. Lead the family in the right way. I say this empirically, evidentially. I don't know how to prove it. I don't have any, psychology, parenting books that tell me that, but I've seen it again and again and again. Father matters the most. I would say 80% of the time. I don't know why, that it really is something, right? Fathers, you must, you must. So I need to say this, okay? Okay, that's very, 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 very important. Okay, now I'm not saying mother is not important. Please don't get me wrong. Okay, but I say that the influence of the father has a stronger impact than the mother. Okay, yeah, can the mother work hard to overcome the father's bad impact? Also, of course, right? But the father's impact is tremendous. So I'm here encouraging. I think it was gosh, what is the gentleman's name who started a yellow ribbon project. um, he started the movement Dads for Life. Okay, I'm not part of the movement, but I kind of been. He kind of saw that, right, that dads are very, very important. Father are very, very important. Okay, it's very difficult when the father feels and the mother has to make up for everything. Not impossible, but the effort is going to be tremendous. So fathers, live up to your expectation. Very, very important. I'm not a perfect father. I know sometimes I use bad language in front of my kids. Not scolding them, but especially when we play games together, I use some bad language. It's terrible. Okay. But then I can see my kids picking it up. Okay. Yes. Right. So very, very important. Okay. This is what I think. Um, this one say this, and parents, please don't use it as excuse. Being a provider, Jason Wong, yeah, right. Jason Wong, very incredible. He was from the prison service, and then he started the Dads for Life. Amazing man, amazing man. I've listened, I've met him a few times in talks. Like amazing man. He started this Dads for Life, and he said this. When he was in prison. He found out that it was because why the people in prison end up the way was because when they are young, they were brought up badly. And he found that the one that has the most influence was the father. So he started the movement Dads for Life. Let me say this again in a face. This might even cause some people unsubscribe me. Fathers, you matter the most. Live up to your expectation. If you don't even bother to have kids. Yeah, right? You're gonna be the role model, right? Right? You're gonna be leader of the household. This is where it matters, okay? Where it matters, right? So, and let me say this also: a lot of parents, especially father, give it as excuse. I provide for family. I work like crazy, right? I work, I don't know, 7 days a week, 24 hours. I already provide already. What else you want? The rest are your mother's responsibility. Let me tell you this in your face, okay? Let me tell you in your face. Being a provider of family is a responsibility, is not their privilege. It's your responsibility. Okay. And it's a necessary but not sufficient condition, meaning that you have to provide, and that's not enough. Being a provider itself is not enough. It's not enough. Okay. Don't make it your kids' privilege that you are providing for them. Right? Let me say, don't make it your kids' privilege that you are providing, but it's your responsibility. Okay. Go slap yourself if you say to your kids, don't ever say that, oh no, 我帮你养大了, no, I provided for you already. So therefore, you know, the rest you got an autopilot and no, I got no time to take care of you. No, no, wake up, no, right? If you want successful kids, you're expected to provide and that and more. Okay. So your work, your career, your business is not an excuse for poor parenting. It's not an excuse for poor parenting. I've seen it again and again, right? It can be done. Right? I don't know. I've got so many work, so many businesses. I still, went all out to parent my kids well. It's not easy. It's very difficult. But if you make that the top priority in your life, you'll find out. Yeah, you'll find out a way to do it. Okay. Unfortunately, it is not the quantity of time spent together. It's the quality of time spent together. In my early years, in my business, I I actually, flew 2 weeks in Europe, 2 weeks back in Singapore, 2 weeks Europe, 2 weeks back in Singapore. So I got very little time spent with my children. Okay. But in the 2 weeks, I really juice out that time and spend very quality time with my children, and my children also make a lot of time. So now when I go back, I'm back only 1 week, 2 weeks back in Singapore after a month, my kids all huddle around us. Okay. So it is a very, 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 very important. Mark says I have 4 kids. My eldest is a scholar with an overseas scholarship, and the rest of the children are very bright and go to branded school. The dad plays a very, very important role in their life, always there for them. Exactly, right? Exactly. So whoever agrees with me on that, please give a like, okay? Please communicate this to all fathers, okay? Please communicate this to all fathers. I don't know how to tell them that. I see it empirically again and again, the success and the failure, okay? Yeah. So fortunately nowadays technology bridge distance. Even if you can't be around them, you could still handle good time with them. Quality time is your mind and soul must be there for them, listening to them, talk to them, play with them, whatever. I mean, all the way now, but there's a lot of parents, when they are with their children, their physical body is there, their mind is not there, their mind, totally not listening. Yeah, right. So I've seen that again and again and again. That's not going to work. What is worse is when you come back home, then you nag at your kids. Then why you never do it like that? That's even worse. Then might as well don't be around. Yeah. So I did say it's the quality of time, not the quantity of time. I don't spend a lot of time with my children compared to many of you guys, right? But every time I spend, I really, really, really. Yeah, the father just stare at the phone. I see everywhere, just a warm body. Exactly. Then that's gonna ruin that's gonna ruin the quality time that you have, right? Yeah. I often seen parents not even acknowledging questions or remark from children, just looking at their phone. I try not whenever I'm with my kids when we're eating, I put down my phone. I try to really spend time eating with them, talking to them, find out what they're happening to you. When I have a chance to go back, I will take time to send my kids. For example, even Ben, I send him to army camp and send him back. You know, when there are nights out, I will go in camp and wait for him and things like that. Right? Why? Because the quality time matters tremendously. Okay. Yeah. I I need to say you need. Hello, Vincent. You really, 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 really need to be their biggest cheerleader, especially when they are grown up already. You got to be their biggest cheerleader, okay? Cheer for them, encourage them, okay? Don't let them, don't, when they're down, just keep cheering them. They know that whenever they hit any success, the first person they call is you to tell that, wow, you do it. And then we cheer for them. I still remember I was in Venice, in a shop when Kate Lu make the troop leader of the scout. That means the head of the scout. Scout was the first lady in 17 years, right? Really scream over the phone, and everybody in the shop was like, what the hell is this guy doing? Okay, because that really mattered. I was very, very proud of them, very, very happy, right? Your biggest cheerleader must be you. The kids must see you as the biggest cheerleader. Now I'm asking a lot of people, to do a lot, but that matters. That really matters, right? When all this happen, you'll find out that you'll find out you'll find out that you'll find out that sorry, I'm just putting out my notes, okay? When all this happen, you'll find out that life is really worth living, right? The last thing I want to say is this. I say before, I'm going to say again. Help them, help them discover their passion and help them fulfill it. Help them discover their passion and help them fulfill it. Don't ask them to live your dream. Stop asking them to be a lawyer, to be a doctor, to be a dentist, whatsoever, because it make you happy. Discover what they're good at and nurture them to it. Right? It came to me about it came to me thanks for giving a like. I really appreciate that. If you think that this is an important topic, please give a like so that more people will listen to it. I know a lot of people is not going to bother about this topic, okay? And that's unfortunate because this is, of all the topics I've said, this is probably the most important topic I can deliver to everybody. Help the children discover their passion and help them fulfill their passion. That's a very important thing. Warren Buffett, the richest man on earth, didn't bother to, didn't even teach the kids how to manage investment. His eldest son is in farming. He enjoyed farming. So what he did was that, he helped his son fulfill a farming dream. Okay. And then his second son, I think, is a musician. I can't remember the daughter, what does he like? But basically, okay, this is what he did. Don't be bothered by the low viewership and the low number of likes, because I expected that, because nobody likes to listen to topic like this, because nobody likes to listen to topic like this. But this topic is very, very important, very, very important. Okay, so I just need to say this, that help your children to discover the passion from young, and do steps to help them fulfill it. Right? I I I believe that if you can do all this with your tall order, if you can do a lot of this, your children will be very successful, and you will be very, very successful. Okay? You'll be very successful. No matter how much money you make, how high ranking you are, how much landed property, condo you have, whatsoever, how much stock you have accumulated, if when your children are successful, okay, this will be much more important than all those other things. Whoever agree with me, say I agree. Okay? Whoever agree with me, say I agree. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So maybe you can take some quick questions. Okay, take some quick questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. And yeah, okay. I think very few people is gonna agree with all I said. Okay, very few. Right, it's very, very important. Oh my God, Mr. Lu, your hair grow a lot. Thank you. Okay, not enough, but thank you. Is every school a good school? No. Yeah, Wendy, I agree. Thank you. Okay. Yes, thank you. Why? Yeah, I love this topic. Okay. So but okay, so yeah, so if you believe in it, go out and evangelize this to other people, other fathers, other parents, right? Very, very shit important. Right? Shit important to really very important. Okay. Mr. Lu can't help notice you can comb right parting very soon. Okay, not enough. We'll never know whether you're ready for parenthood. I don't think everybody will ever be ready. Children have many passions. It takes years to narrow down the gift and passions. Yes, but gradually gravitate them. Yeah. Okay. Yes, have tiger moms. But they never talk about tiger dads. There are tiger dads as well. How many of you have tiger moms? Or how many of you are guilty of being a tiger mom? Or your mom's the tiger mom? Okay. Yes. Yeah. Agree by about parenthood part, not sure about father part. Okay, well, yeah, but at least you will agree father are very important. How important is a godparents? Nothing can replace your own parents. Nothing, no one. Yeah, okay, no one can replace your parents. For those who are single but having open to a spouse or not children, what advice for creating a sense of ownership in Singapore development? I'll just say this, that children is the greatest gift in your life that life can ever give you. Okay, yeah, is the one of greatest joy in your life. Okay, yeah, the life can never give you. So I would suggest that I mean, if you meet the right person, once you meet the right person, have children. I mean, if you haven't met the right person, don't marry, that's fine. But if once you meet the right person, please have children. It's one of the greatest joy you can ever have in your life. Okay. Someone asked about CPF, why is it not increased yet? Okay, we'll take another topic. Okay. What are other joys in life? No other joy is the same level as the seeing my children being successful. No other joy. Okay. But I also enjoy food. I enjoy doing business and investment, talking to you guys whatsoever. But that one rank freaking highest. Okay, highest, right? Really highest. Okay. Yes. Uh, I have a tiger mom and rabbit dad. That's funny. Okay. Yes, I'm in the storeroom. Yes. Okay. Because the bandwidth here is the best. Some single women have not found a life partner contemplating have children of their own. Is that a good idea? No, I don't think it's a good idea. I think par- kids need to be brought environment as a father and mother. Probably the most important topic of parents. I took a lot of inspiration from this movie, King Richard. Oh yeah, it's a great movie. Yes, I watched it as well. Okay. Yes, Joshua. Thank you. Okay. All right. Great. Okay. Yeah. So uh, I've uh, I've delivered this topic, which oh, your first time joining this channel. Okay. So I hope you heard my points just now. Okay. This channel tries to help you be successful mainly financially, but also beyond finance. Okay. So this is a topic that I want to cover. Okay. All right. With this, okay. Which country are you now? Still in Italy? Yes. Okay. I need to say this. This is not to say that I am the most successful parents on earth. Far from that. This is also not to say that my children are the most successful children. That's far from that. Okay. This is where I share with you what I think are very important in parenting and what my parenting philosophy are. It's controversial. You can disagree. Some of them I don't have a lot of them are experientially true. I've seen it again. I bet you if you can do all this, 90% of the time your kids will be very successful. Not necessarily the best, richest man or whatever. They'll be successful enough to a level that you make you very happy in your life. That's I think, right? And their life also very happy. Okay. All right, good. Okay. So thank you everybody for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Okay. We'll cover some finance topic next time. Okay. Good night, everybody. Okay. Good night. Okay. Good night. Okay. Good night.